Hi, welcome to Art Draw. Today we're going to draw Peelverine's Attack, which is one of the sprays from the latest Battle Pass Fortnite, the Marvel Fortnite collaboration. So let's go in there, right in the centre. Let's start off by doing his mask, and it's going to be the left hand side of the mask. It's kind of like swooping over, so he's coming down this way and his legs are out here and the arms are out here. So I think like to just try and kick it off, sort of in the middle there, just going to do like a diagonal line here. So let's try it. Let's pop in a line like that, okay? This is the side of his mask. Then what we can do, bring the pen around, just bring that along like that and around like that. Okay, now I've got that bit, I'm going to join this up. Might just make it a little bit longer at the top as well, so just maybe just a little bit longer there. That just sort of curves up to the top there. And then we've got the side of Wolverine's mask. Okay, next up, let's do the other side of that one. So it's the same thing again, just on the opposite side. So I think I'm just going to sort of do the little curves here first. So there's probably a gap of about that much. Yeah, just put a little dot there where the gap's going to be. Then what I'll do, I'm going to start there actually, and then just bring it down like that, and then just scoot it up like that. I'm going to go to the top of here, bring that down at an angle, and it kind of like comes in on itself like that. Okay, cool. Next up, let's draw like the famous banana head Peely has. So we're taking this point here, I'm going to just put a curve like that in. And on this side, probably about here, I'm going to put a curve in like that, just taper it up to the corner there. Then I'm going to stick a slightly curved line in there and put this is like the top of Peely's head where it's just got the little sort of bit at the end there. This kind of flares out a little bit, just either side, just flare it out. It's quite a stylized pick. And then it kind of comes up and then sort of down like that there. Cool, okay. Now I've got that in. Let's continue this sort of banana pose that he's got, like the jumping banana. So here, I'm going to pop a little line in there. So just a little line like that, okay? And then once I've got that in, I'm going to pop his arms in about here. So I'm just going to leave a little gap, probably about, say that much, put a little dot there. Then what I'm going to do is just bring the rest of his body down like this and around to, let's say, coming up about here. Okay, cool. Okay, now I've got that in, I'm going to pop his hand in like just here. It kind of comes into his body here, so I'm just going to put a little diagonal there, and his thumb is here, so that's another little kind of like diagonal there, up, down, and then he's got his fingers kind of come round like that, and he'll have his claws coming out. Let's maybe just get those in. So one comes right out to here, so I'm going to go draw out a line in, down, taper it off. Next one come out right to that mask and down, and then this one here kind of comes out up, round and down like that. Cool. Okay, I've got those in. So got his shoulder pads here. So from that finger there, just going to come up there, curve up to that line we made there, and then down. It's just like the collar. And then we've kind of got a curve from maybe like the thumb join there, just put a little curve in there, and then we can bring out a line and then down like that. Okay, this then is the sort of shoulder pad. So from this point, I'm just going to do a little line, like a little curve like that there. Now I can pop his arm in, so he's kind of got a bit of a shoulder muscle there. So I'm just going to do a little curve. Then I'm going to come right out of it, like almost like a straight line there. Let's curve that around like this. And then right here, he's got a big old glove on. So I'm going to do a big sort of curve. It's got like a curved glove, like conical glove that kind of tapers in to the wrist. So I'm just going to bring it down and then put a little line in there to join it up. Same thing here, line in there, just join it up there. Just join those bits up there. That's pretty much just a little gap there. Let's pop that in there. And now I've got those bits in. Just on the knuckles, 1, 2, 3 little points there. Cool. Okay. Now I've got that in, I can do the rest of his body here. So really, he's got a little line coming down sort of through here, and then this will then pretty much continue to about here. So I'm just gonna just draw that little curve in there. His boot is around here, so it's kind of like here there's like an oval, so I'm just going to draw an oval shape there, and then he's got a heel on his boot there, so just sort of draw that in like that. The top part of his foot is here, and then what I'm going to do is just draw, there's a little bit of an ankle, just draw a little sort of tapered line up there. Here where the top of the foot is, I'm going to draw the shin area, so just come up like that and then back on yourself. And then he's got, just coming under here, got his knee, so I'm just going to draw up and then down like that. It's got little legs as our Peelverine. And then the inside of the legs here, so just draw a line like that. That's cool. Coming out here, it's a little line that kind of joins up, so I'm just going to sort of go into the foot there. And this leg kind of just pops out, so I'm just going to do a little line there, kind of little line that kind of just comes around, tapers there, a little bit of a knee, and then we can do this boot. His boot's going to sort of be here, so top of his boot is there, bring it down, a bit of a calf to a heel. This part here, just bring that in like this, taper it in, then we can kind of draw a curve there. You see the underside of his foot here, so it's kind of like just a little curve, another longer kind of overly curve either side there, and then we can actually just colour that in black. This part as well, I think that can go black too. Just fill that in. Heel areas of his boots. Now I've got that in, I'm just going to draw a little curve in here, so kind of a curve of his boot comes up like that, a bit like his mask. And in here as well, it kind of comes out a bit, sort of like a little hint that it comes off, and then it kind of comes up and around like that. Where he's looking ahead, we're going to pop his eyes in, so I'll draw a curve either side inside this area like that. And the eyes on this Peelverine attack are really wide, so I'm going to do a little sort of half moon crescent either side like that there. Okay, just going to do a crazy little mouth in there, so it's got his mouth open, so starting sort of on the blade, we're going to come round up like that and down. Then I'm going to put some crazy little teeth in, so just put some little wiggly lines, maybe some just like odd little teeth here, and then just a little curve like that, and then we'll just fill that in where his mouth is. And if I am going a bit fast, sometimes I do, just pause it, rewind, and then you can just catch up and do whatever you like in the picture. It's your picture, remember, so just make it as good as you can, and I'm sure have a lot of fun. Okay, this side here, just going to bring it out here where there's a shoulder, so there's like almost like a line coming out, and that kind of just curves around to sort of this area here, just like that. And then we've kind of got his arm, so I'm going to put a line out here and sort of just under there, just pop a line there, little crease of his forearm coming up, and then it kind of comes up just a little tad like that. And again, he's got this really wide glove, so draw a really wide kind of area there. That kind of comes up kind of like this much here, sort of tapers in either side like that. And draw his thumb, so that just curves out from this point here, curve it around and in, and then we've got 4 fingers, so I'm just going to do 4 little ovals. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then just a little curve there and join it up. Then we can pop his blades in. So kind of again, so just draw 2 lines out, 1, 2 lines out, 2, and then that last one there, 3 like that. Okay. Now I've got that, I'm just going to sort of accentuate the lines because it's quite sort of chunky line art we've got here. So really sort of big sort of outline on this character. So it's just going to really sort of accentuate sort of these outline areas, like the main parts of the Peelverine. So you've got a nice thick outline, and then it's a little bit thinner on the inside there. So we'll just come out around here. This arm gets a bit chunkier as well around here. So just fill it in as much as you like. This is where if you sort of got any sort of lines that haven't quite met up, and this is the point where you can sort of just fill those in. It's quite forgiving as you fill these parts in together. Thicken up certain bits, and if you want certain bits to look thinner, like maybe this glove, which needs to look a little bit more tapered, sort of come into the line. Really blocked up here, and also almost like the lines are almost black there. As we go along, it's almost like the whole block just kind of comes together. Similar sort of thing here, so I'm just going to bring that out, bring that in, sort of just match up the blade areas. That's it, there we go. That's cool. And then maybe just this leg area, sort of the main outer part, so let's sort of draw that in, all a bit chunkier. Cool. Quite dynamic. So let's do a bit of detail. So just on the top, the stalk area, I'm just going to put a few little lines in up here. Then we've got sort of in the middle here, there's a couple of little lighter lines. So just a few little brush strokes out here, just to show like the shape of the banana. Just a little bit going on. There's actually a little bit of a curve there. Just there, so I'm going to pop a little triangle in there. Let's just fill that in there, and then we can just pop a couple of little lines. Same here, like where his suit is, there's a little band around there. This kind of continues down here, so where the knee is, there's a little bit of a gap there, and also at the end here, kind of comes down, sort of around and up, and it kind of shows his belt. So belt kind of comes down here, and we've got this nice big circle, the X-Men circle. I'm going to put a circle in there to make it quite chunky. Put that famous X in, so a couple of diagonal lines just in there, and then it's got the rest of this costume sort of here, so it kind of comes down like that and kind of comes out a bit down, and there's a little belt loop that matches up. Same here, there's a little bit kind of shows there. Then he's got the sort of the little slash marks that Wolverine has. So we've got like 1, 2, sort of 3 little triangles going on there. And then as we go to this side, I think we've got the belt area, so that just comes around here. A little bit more with the shape of the banana, so a few little like light lines down the centre. Got that join there. The boot here, kind of just put a bit of piping in to make it look cool with a bit of detail. Same with this boot, cool little bit of detail around there. A little bit of a line on the material of the arm there, and then we're just going to do a little curve there as well. Okay, now I've got that in. There's also a couple of sort of almost like splatter marks. So I'm just going to draw some little lines, like it's almost like the lines is flying out here, and just a few little dots and sort of like splatter where the ink is, because he's that sort of comic-y sort of style. So I'm just gonna put a bit of that in. It really sort of helps with like the movement of our character. It kind of comes up here a bit, so a few little lines like it's coming out from him, a few little dots around here. Sort of see that it's almost like, like it's kind of spray painted on, right? So just a few little ideas of that all like adds to the effect that he's flying up in the air. Let's just go around that eye part one more time. Just fill in the mouth. Okay, cool. Right, I can get myself a yellow. Let's start colouring him in. So let's grab ourselves a yellow. What we're going to do here, just sort of give that sort of base yellow, just start filling it in. On the left hand side where the light's sort of coming in on this side, more kind of just vibrant yellow to kick it off with. Fill that in, a bit along here. Maybe just sort of on the leg area there, I think kind of see a bit there. Mid area here, sort of maybe up to the line, sort of below here as well. That's cool. And then sort of the top area of this leg here, I think. Cool, okay, got those sort of nice vibrant bits. I'm just going to get a slightly deeper yellow now, and what I'll do is just sort of fill in that more banana-y colour. And it just helps add a bit of depth to our character. Nice, okay, in there. This point in here, I think actually this bit is yellow. Down here. Try and sort of blend it up as best as I can. And in here. Nice block colour. Oh yeah, under this arm here. And under here. Got to be careful because these colours kind of bleed into the black. Sometimes it smudges a little bit. I guess you could wait, but as we're working at a bit of pace, sometimes it's just fun just to get the picture done, even though a bit of the colour kind of bleeds across. All adds to the effect of this one, I think. All right, that's cool. Got those trademark sort of peely colours. Just gonna pop in yellow there. Then I'm gonna get myself a light blue, and what I'm gonna do is just gonna fill in those lighter areas just here. Most of it gets kind of filled in, I suppose. And what I'll do in a minute is go back over it with a darker blue in certain points. Give it another kind of hit. Just in the gloves, I think the gloves have got it, so I can fill that in. Nice, okay, and these ones. Cool, all right, now I've got that light blue in. Let's get ourselves a slightly more vibrant, sort of deeper blue. What I'll do here is I'm going to start filling in some of the other parts. So sort of around here for Wolverine's eyes, mask, sorry. Just sort of come around here. Same here as well. Top of this part, just sort of fill that in. And then when we get to some of these areas, we can kind of just fill them in as well. So like half of this, if not more. And I'm just going to put some little dots where kind of shows that kind of graffiti style just around there, so a little bit looser than maybe how I'd normally draw or shade in. Just adds to the effect there. This part, however, is quite sort of rounded as I'm working down to here, but that's okay. Let's just maybe just pop a couple of those and I think it'll be good. Same thing here, we just sort of fill in darker areas. This part here is quite dark. Some of the boot as well, and then just maybe a few little dots, so almost like, you know, gives it like a little comic effect, which is pretty cool. So just a little bit sort of juddery, sort of little dots, sort of stipple it as you're drawing in your picture. Helps add to it. Cool, okay. Right, I think I'm pretty happy with most of this. And now I've done that, I can get myself a very dark blue, sort of almost like, you know, super deep kind of blue. Now these shoulder pads, now I'm gonna do the lower part of these and just sort of stipple them in. This part here, I'm just gonna fill this in and then sort of stipple it off. And down here as well, it's kind of got a darker effect. And then the mask is the main part, so let's go get that and then just pop in a few little dots here and then just fill it in. Nice sort of Wolverine's mask is just that a little bit darker. And then do this side. Nice and even colour by the eyes, so they really pop. And then when we get to that sort of darker blue again, what I'll do is switch it over to a finer point, and I'm just going to pop in a bit of this stippling look as well. Cool. A bit more here as well, make the eyes really pop. Nice, okay. Let's get ourselves a bit of a kind of light sort of brown colour, and I'm just going to sort of just pop in just where the blades are, sort of like the sort of inside of a banana kind of look, and that's going to be there, and then a bit more on here at the top. And then I think what I'll do is just get myself a red, and then what we've got there is we've got this tongue here, nice sort of vibrant pop of red. It really helps on this voucher. I know why they've done it. It just gives an extra little element of sort of like a zingy pop, which is really cool. And then what I'm going to do is he's kind of got so there's the main colour, and then just behind him he's got a cool little sort of half-tone effect. So what I'm going to do is just get the deeper yellow and just going to sort of draw into that, sort of just very roughly, just sort of get a base colour sort of coming out like this. It can be quite rough, it's not a problem. And then you just sort of do this if you feel like you want to, but it's quite cool just in the arms there. Bring it down and out, and down, sort of finishes around about here, comes out to about there, sort of joins up here. That's it. And then sort of give it a bit of a base colour. Doesn't have to be too exact. And now once I've got that in, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sort of bring in a little bit of a stippling effect with a nice orange. So it's going to create kind of a half tone. So I'm just going to stick in like a load of little circles and just cover this area that we've just created around here. Cool, okay, there we go. So then I've added sort of like a cool little halftone effect on there. It's taking a little bit of time, but it does look pretty cool and pretty effective. I do quite like it. And I think that's about it. So maybe I'll just go grab that nice blue pen again. And that is, let's pop that in, maybe just pop that in here. So that is Peelverine's Attack on Art Draw. Thanks for watching. Please do like and subscribe, and we'll see you again very soon. Thanks for watching.